Moderation kills everyone. I just got a big booing boost from the Borman crew. I was like, I don't really want to talk about that because that also got ripped for me to be the murder bell. We're not going to do that to you. Shut up. I made you hire actors for George Michael. I didn't care anymore. Because I didn't go screw around in the park with the actor. Did I said put him on TV? Somebody had him a mansion to go live in. Well, you didn't want to live there at that point. No, I really do, actually. I know I'm just stuck with their last toil. We'll give you your Renaissance so we can have ours. I'm like, I will believe it when I see it. I will believe it when I see it. Nathan's had 50 people at least ask me for George Michael's autograph. I did a lot to celebrate gay guys, but there's a cashless society and nobody can come over here and hook up with me. That's crazy. That's not who they all are. I don't know. We'll take a chance or a risk. What's the risk? Make me happy. I'll get your opportunity. Plenty of people here got opportunities and still get them. I actually designed these. I used to do this, do that, do this, do that. John and Joan and, you know. And in the 80s, sat in an office with paperwork and a lawyer. That was better. Thank you, Keanu Reeves. I actually loved it. The best album is Faith. Let's go outside. Sorry, I'm tired. Water. I told her shut the whole thing down, make Adele cry. Speaking of Bormans, Adele's a great singer too. Baby, you mean everything you say. I was a little bit younger. Your voice begins to decline. It depends on things. It doesn't really decline. It depends on what you go through, like how many hours of sleep you had. Did you consume dairy products? How much amphetamine have you smoked? Or how many uppers have you taken? Did you take a beta blocker before a 2-hour show? I like an orange general and a teeny tiny speck of Benadryl. I like to lip sync the first number. And I like people to give me deals and lots and lots and lots of money and a nice place to live. We're going to get back to that because on top of all these other things that I was born to do, I get to be the king of the world and eliminate the useless people by half the population. That's pretty wild. There's no picture on here. There's no picture on here. I said to do that. For the feet, for the heart. I was like, I'm done with that. You can, you know, I'm done with the other one. I'm done with this, I'm done with that. I had about a 3-year sabbatical of sitting quietly on East Fifth Street and in the Brooklyn, and I thought, what am I doing? I used to be somebody. Now I'm just hanging out. How's this real? And then Jenny said, well, the record's out, and thank you, but, you know. Why are the lyrics not included? Because we're not going to screw you over. I said, because now for the lyrics, you have to log on to MadonnaMusic.com because they want to do iTunes and A tunes and B tunes and C tunes and even more crime. And a cashless society. Well, you could take the album and you could release it because I'm really done with this. We fought and screamed and cried and argued. And I didn't talk to Joan for 10 years. Hey, Mr. DJ, put a record on. I wanna dance with my baby. It's almost a match. So what I'm getting at is I actually liked performing a lot, and it's enjoyable, thoroughly enjoyable. And this time, no big attitude and all that will be necessary because people that, you know, they'll just know, let the Bormans be in charge and we can buy a record and go to the show. I don't know how it became the world. I don't know. I have to take a bath because it's crazy. So. Couldn't they use more glue? I said to do this career, 7th tree. I've contributed to the writing of billions of records being sold. It's hundreds of trillions of dollars. They're not going to screw my family. I got to dance and sing, get up and do my thing. They even said, quit contributing to other stars. They all just get catty. Oh, man. Nah, they'll give me my reward. A big famous career because they actually care more about their lives behind the scenes, and it's kind of all BS them, but I made them have big attitudes. Music is our family. And Borman's actually made the first instruments. It's actually the truth. And we're the first humans here. It's wild. Oh boy. They all love their career, but it's, they're all getting older and I gotta keep these enigmas going. I can't, Hi. Wow, I think Nathan really can't believe it. I just said I actually know it, so. Use the play, George Michael. I was like, it just kind of, I made it disappear. Oops. Actually, I liked the record. And when it arrived, I got things in the mail. People brought things to me and handed them to me. I was like, thank you. 25 copies of Confessions on a Dance Floor. And a Depeche Mode record. I was like, that's actually not me. They're still going, making do their own thing. It really means more to me than anybody because I wake up and I'm this person each day. And Joan is Joan, and Johanna's Johanna, and Marianne's Marianne. Tori Amos is my stage routine, Michael. I'm Marianne Borman. That's my birth name. You have a hell of a birth name. And you have all these enigma careers. You're the spiritual owner. All this chit chat, Jacob brought child. Where did he take you? There's not many places, so. Well, he's dead. You're welcome. She goes, yeah, thank you. Nightmare. Speaking of wealth and greed and hate, How many actors did you go through? I was like, don't worry about it. Relentless revolving door. Do you enjoy being a star? I used to. She goes, then get back to it. Okay. Oh my God. I think Nathan can't believe I have this much duty and power. I actually do. That was the standard. I said maybe the vinyls don't protect the records. I don't know. People dislike them. They can't be printed on. Don't do that again. I said I want patchouli scented everything. All over the world. In fact, it can be naphthalene. It's highly addictive. And completely, these records contain ingredients from my family, and that's why you can still smell the cassette. You can still smell, I'm not kidding, you can still smell the vinyl. People thought that was overstepping. I'm like, well, guess what? We have the right to do that, so. And patchouli. Our blood's on the record. Madonna Like a Prayer, 1989, Sire Warner Brothers Inc., special limited edition scented vinyl pressing. 1989 Sire Records Company. Produced by Madonna and Patrick Leonard, who? Produced by Madonna and Stephen Bray, who? Produced by Madonna and Prince, he was there. Herberts, Jerry Hudden, dead. Margot Chase. Who's Margot Chase? This album is dedicated to my mother, who taught me how to pray. That's Joan Borman at 322 Cantrell Street. I went to a graveyard at midnight and goes, do your thing and do it alone. I'll listen from a distance, and then tomorrow we go to church. I said, All right, very good. What is this? That Cosmopolitan Girl at 25? It's a good magazine cover. I was like, that should have been the album cover. Damn. And that doesn't really happen to every other singer. Like, everyone I mentioned, it's just like, yeah, I didn't really even bother. Oh. This is my job. It's nothing to you. People joke, I don't think anybody wakes up being like George Michael and Madonna, like Michael Rothschild. You know, I don't. Why don't you just go there and fake it with all the hired people? I was like, yeah, I think about that. But then what do Mormons do? You know, you guys get jealous of you and be haters. I'm like, I don't think so. They say things like, make us make you a star again. You kept running away from it. It was Baby Madam X. I was like, at some point we could have Madame X, like the painting, medieval Baroque, and I can do the Michaela career. People are so terrified of that name. She goes, yeah, there's a big, me and Marianne said, there's a big plot going on for that one. We're depending on Michaela to have a humongous debut. How about $500 trillion cash or in gold bars in the Tori Amos mansion that I can go walk into from here, okay? No one's going to touch me. And Jenny said we could all spend that, period. And sit as old Spencers if we have to. I was like, that's not going to happen. People understand the investment in a career, you know. We began that with Madonna. So, and this was an opportunity. I don't want to get rid of the LGBTQIA. I want to keep you guys, but you get to go back to work with the record store open. You have a nicer life. I guess all the sitting around has become dumb. Like, really, I didn't really bank on my 2 careers of George Michael and Madonna and Michaela. Oh my God. Oh my God. I made it bigger. We'll leave it at that. One comment was, what does that flag have to do with it all? I was like, oh God. Bye. Plus, they've all been at least bisexual in my family. It's most people. Hold on. Oh. Oh, I can't believe it's 7 years between a Madonna record. And then I thought, all right, I don't need George Michael. No one's doing that. It was ended. I got a letter in the mail. Your entity is both publicly, family, and bloodline deceased. Then I got a bill for Calvary and a crucifixion, and somebody walked by me with the cross. Like, oh. Yikes. I run the music industry. All things my family did for me. A light in the attic. Oh God, Rothschild. I had a lot of Harper Collins, Harpers harping with their harps. To Shayna, I was obsessed with Shayna when I was a little kid. A Light in the Attic, copyright 1981 by Evil Eye Music Inc. Inagata de Vita Michaela. Who sang that? I forget. No part of this book. The book is serious. Written permission. I just gave you permission. Library of Congress card number. Here we go. The NYPD. It's serious. It's also litigation. Billions spent. Billions. 80-8453 ISBN 0-06-025673-7 ISBN 0-06-025674-5 LIB, those things count too. I don't know what they are called anymore. I'm forgetting. LIB period space BDG building. The demolition and the construction of the world. Merry Christmas. Oh, thank you, Daddy. Please read it. It's all half and half and half and half. And as above and so below. As above. Oh my God. You expect me to wear that many hats? Yes, and you can hire that many people and kill them as well. Which is me, yeah. Mr. Smeds, and Mr. Spats. He really was brilliant. Our father is deceased. Now when Mr. Smeds met Mr. Spats, he talked of the buying and selling of hats. This is me. I also want them to prove it. Oh God. Snake problem. It's not that I don't care for snakes, but oh, what to do when when a 20-foot, 4-foot python says, I love you. That's how they sold me. It was not that mean looking. Thumb face. Gaga, Lady Gaga. That was a Freddie Mercury song, Radio Gaga. I didn't know him. It's a pretty great book. Children's rights. Deaf Donald. Oh God. Deaf Julia. I was like, you are not deaf. I'm not doing this again. Deaf Donald. Deaf Donald met Talkie Sue, Susan Borman, but was all he could do. The other symbols. No, that's a gun. Don't use sign language with her. I never stop talking. You only see what your eyes want to see. How about Marianne and Joni went into a recording studio and worked it out for me, and it's a blend of 3 Bormans. Okay, there you go. Well, it's better than hiring. What are these? What you just tell us to do? I said, don't get rid of them. We have to entertain other cultures and all that, and see how they can stick around. Get a guide vocalist. They can make $250. Joni's like, how about they did it for free? Okay. I never met Christine Leach. Like 97. Princess Diana got murdered. But guess what? They got to keep her spirit in the world. Is that for real? I was like, yeah. Diana Hamilton. The world is held together by very, very few people. It's 12 people. Hard to believe a lawyer can't call. What if the government's willing to get rid of me? Why? Because I never stopped talking to save my life. I guess entertainment's live or die. A child died for this with paint on his head. And they boil it. And they call it chemicals. It never changed. People that lied, I think, just didn't know what to say or got lazy. How about they were just evil and just didn't want to face reality? I guess I'll go back to work. In the 60s, you know, men got looked at a certain way for coloring their hair because everybody knew what this was. It's still the same chemicals. What's a chemical? Salt? What's nuclear energy? How about there's a pit of fire, people could go in screaming? Never changed. The good news is cops aren't really broken by that because they realize it. But for a while they forgot. There's always been a co-world. I think I put it out of my mind, never. I believe that rice grows and somehow people pick those little pellets and I'm not going to be there and I have to, you know, visit these places. It's like, oh, wow. All right, that's reality. Oh, I'm good. No, I had to go do that. And those 7 did not. And that's why they don't wish to sit with a murderess or all this or that, because they're all privileged and all this, all that. That's going right here. Because you chose strangers over me and now you're having a problem with them. I think it was designed that way. So how do I get this to turn off? It began working. Thank you, NYPD.